Loose Ben und White Goo. Was ist denn mit dem White Goo? You open the door to reveal a skeleton covered in the same white goo that was on the outside of the locker. Okay, you get it. This guy must have died after his coworkers played a prank on him, where they stuffed him into this locker and then filled it with shaving cream. Muss es sein. Can't believe you dang jerks stuffed me into my locker and then filled it with shaving cream. I died from that. Yet the skeleton, confirming both your inside and his vengeful, murderous intent. Get ready for a fight, slam the locker door. Ja, ist okay, ich erlöse ihn. Shaving Cream Covered Skeleton. Oh je. Schon ich suche einen Song, der so geht. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Bin mir unsicher. Musste Google mal fragen. Die werben doch da. Oh, warte mal. Das ist ein Skelett. Skeleton Bone, Skull Chips, Handful of Loose Teeth. Hooray. Was macht der Helm? Plus 2 Rüstung. Armor for 5 of the rest of the day. Okay. Und dann haben wir noch Loose Ben. Ist Combination Lock on here and you don't know the combo. Ja, stimmt, true. Keine Shaving Cream, enttäuschend. Ich habe auch ein bisschen damit gerechnet. Okay. Was geht denn hier hinten ab? Pickaxe bekommen. Ich habe zwar schon eine, aber... It goes further in than you expected. It's warm. Warte mal. Take the fluid. Unrefined Meat Nuggets. Okay, es war einfach nur mit Fleisch. Okay, da ist ein Schlitz drin. Ich fass rein. Ich gehe weiter. You're in up to the shoulder when you feel it. It beating hard. Rip it off. Weiß ich nicht. Wir lassen das Herz. Ich will nicht einfach ein random Herz irgendwo rausreißen. Es soll das doch weiterleben. Ich will ja kein Leben beenden. Das ist einfach so der Wandschild. Der Kompass hat nach Nordwesten gezeigt, also irgendwo hier wahrscheinlich, ne? Und du hast der Mine schon alles Fleisch von den Knochen gerissen. Ja, aber das war eine Spende. Nein, Spende. Was ist, wenn ich jetzt zu Dynamite Dance gehe? You spot an astonishingly large horse apple in the distance. You are literally astonished by the size of it. It's very large. Da muss ich jetzt hin. As you reach the center of the clearing, you are simultaneously struck with a profound awe and a terrible stench as you discover the largest road apple you've ever seen. Can't imagine how this got here. Was it a giant horse? Was it 200 normal-sized horses acting collaboratively? They should have sent a poet. They should have. Alter, the Big Apple. Und das ist alles. Das ist aber the Big Apple. Clean it up? Nein! Das ist eine Sehenswürdigkeit. Okay. Zurück zu Dynamite Dance. Something at the side of the road catches your attention. It's a slumped over old skeleton wearing a wizard hat. I think you'll agree that's reasonably attention-getting. The skeleton lifts her skull and peers at you, ist ein weibliches scheinbar. She holds up a rusty old can of beans and scrapes her thumb bone across her first 2 finger bones in the universal gesture for financial transaction. Buy the beans, take the beans by force, decline, talk her out of the beans. Also an sich töte ich ja alle Skeletons, die existieren, aber das scheint ein nettes zu sein. Ich kaufe die. It isn't clear what the skeleton is going to do with 100 meat, but you give it to her anyway. She tosses you the can of beans and recommences her slumping. Siehst du? Ancient Bean Can. Oops. This kind of beans has seen some things and from the looks of it, most of those things were wet. Das Item kostet mir auf ein +3. Ich glaube, das ist schon ganz geil, ne? Also die beiden Cans haben ihre Vorzüge. Oh Mango, danke für den Tipp, Alter, ich hab voll Durst. Wir haben auf jeden Fall das anders heftige Loadout. Dynamite Dance! Well, at least we know he's familiar with his merchandise. Yep, ist er, würde ich sagen. Was verkaufst du denn? Lass mich raten. Wow. Here's Supply of Dynamite. Hä? Warum kann man das kaufen? Und Dynamite. Ja, krass, Bruder, okay. Der Trip hat sich gar nicht mal so gelohnt. Ja, ich erkunde jetzt hier nochmal alles, ne? Dann habe ich das gesehen und kann in Frieden nach links. Also ich meine, ich habe ja noch nicht alles fertig erkundet. Es gibt noch einige Orte, wo ich noch Sachen machen kann, wenn ich weitergekommen bin oder so. Gehen wir mal, keine Ahnung, Snake Spring, Old Mission. Actually, warte mal. Kompass. Northwestisch, okay. Ja, wir sind auf derselben Page. Snake Spring. Well, here's an unusual sight. An old boat out in the middle of the desert. Okay. This were a beach. You could call it beached, but you can't call it deserted because there's someone in it. Das ist actually ein guter Witz. That someone is a skeleton wearing a helmet with horns on it. He looks pretty bored and is idly polishing the dragon-headed prow of his ship. You think maybe he's been here for a very, very long time indeed. Das ist einfach Günther. Lives playing his helmet at him. Ich weiß nicht mehr, was das bedeuten soll. Aber ich will ihn nicht fighten. Der wirkt nicht so, als würde ich eher mich fighten wollen. Your helmet is historically inaccurate, you know? Huh? Those helmets never actually had horns on them. Huh? That's a misconception that began when the archaeologist found the Viking buried with 2 drinking horns on either side of him. And the skeleton throws his helmet at you to make you shut up and go away. Rusty old Viking helmet. Sweet! +2 Muskel, +1 Armor. Ja, ist für ein Mini-Bild bestimmt ganz nice, aber nicht für mich. He made it pretty far from home in spite of how rusty he was. Ja, er hat... Oh, guck mal, Kaktus. Tuna-Kaktus. Und, Coffee-Kaktus. Wow! Ein Schlangenwasserfall? An endless stream of snakes pours out of a hole in the canyon wall. Grab a handful, grab a big one, leave the spring alone. Ist das ein XP-Grinding-Ort oder Kompass? Northwestisch. Soll ich mir eine Schlange graben, eine big one oder eine handful? Ich glaube, ich grab einen big one. Okay, so krass ist das Teil jetzt nicht. Ja, es hat tatsächlich nur einen XP-Farming-Ort, würde ich sagen, ne? I mean, I take this one. Wenn man es braucht, dann hat man es. What do you think? About what? The snakes pouring out of that hole in the rock over there? Yeah. I think I'm going to continue to stand over here. Alright, Tim. Okay, haben wir das auch gesehen? Dann Old Mission. Ich muss noch mal gucken, wie ich diese Sachen für den Professor bekomme. Ich habe das vergessen. Okay, keine Events. Tuna-Kaktus. Nee, das wollte ich nicht. Alice glances up at the bell towers of the mission. I'll just stay out of here. It's all the same to you. I'm a woman of science and I've got all the religion I need right here in this flask. Fair enough. You're not a priest, so you shouldn't mess with any of this stuff. Yes, okay. Empty relic case. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. What's wrong, sister? They came back. They just came back and took them. Couldn't stop them. Oh, slow down, okay? What happened? Our holy relics. The saints just stormed up out of the catacombs and took them back. Wow! Didn't know what to do. I thought maybe they'd fire me if I tried to stop them. The cardinal will be here any minute. What am I going to do? Start with, take a deep breath and try to calm down, okay? What's your name? I'm Sister Mary. My name's Schulli. Now what's about this about saints? Our mission is to protect 3 sacred relics. I'm the relic keeper. It's my specific job to look after them. Wait, do they call you Memento Mary? She shows you the ruler she keeps tucked in her sleeve. No, they don't. Okay, sorry, so what happened? The saints, oh, it's so too horrible. They just came to life somehow. They came up out of the catacombs, all skeletal and ghastly looking. I mean, it's probably blasphemy to say that, but I nearly fainted. And they took back their relics? Yes, and if they aren't recovered before the cardinal gets here, I'll be in so much trouble. Oh, so much time is there. But actually he's months overdue, so it's probably not all that urgent, but still. Alright. I got him back for you. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, wait a second, are you going to have to fight them to get the relics back? Because that's probably blasphemous too. I mean, probably? But if black magic brought them back to life, that's like super blasphemous, right? So it evens out? True. Oh dear, the cardinal is going to want to have a very long talk about this. But go ahead and do what you must, I suppose. Okay, ich suche 3 böse Bösis. Good luck down there. Not done. This coffin looks like it was hauled down here fairly recently. The precariously balanced pyramid of skulls. They're all riled up and twitching. Kick it over. Oh Gott, no, du bist okay? Submission. Stand das da gerade? Okay, was ist hier drin? It's empty. I'm curious. Hört auf zu twitchen. Are you sure? There's a lot of them and they're really mad. Maybe angering all of them at once isn't a great idea. True. Skull has a gold tooth. Skull is twitching in an unnerving fashion. Though I guess there's no way it could be twitching that wouldn't be unnerving. Skull is sitting at a weird angle. Guess that's notable for some reason. Skull is whispering at you. An empty alcove. There's a little serial number written below it. This is where that skull you found goes. Oha, nice. Put it back. Pile of skulls has been cemented together for some reason. Also erstmal Goldzahn, danke Bro. Stop it. Okay, das ist der fliegende Skull. Spooky Floating Skull. Hör auf zu twitchen. Ihr seid untot, ihr seid doof. Zumindest solange ihr nichts verkaufen wollt. Noch ein Goldzahn. You really cracked some skulls there. Well, one skull. The skull is sitting at a weird angle. Look under it. The skull was resting on top of a commemorative spoon. Your treasure hunting senses are finely honed, though not very discriminating. It's one of those collectible pewter spoons you get from going to the gift shops in different graveyards. This item goes in your offhand. 3 Moxie. Okay. Hättest auch shooten können, das wäre schneller gegangen. Aber ich mag es zu sägen, wenn ich es mal kann. Whispering, was erzählt er denn? Ich muss auch mal zuhören. It sounds just like gibberish, though really creepy gibberish. Okay. So, die konnte ich picken. Let's go. At the center of the pile you unearth a skull, a shiny black stone. It's making more noise than stones usually do. crispy whispering stone. The stone's only whispering, but it's still eerily louder than most of the stones you encounter. Tendenziell sind flüsternde Steine immer noch unnormaler als nicht flüsternde Steine und auch sehr viel lauter. This rock is really whispering up a storm. It's in some way weird dialect you can barely understand, though. Wait, no, it's just a thick accent is all. Listen more closely. Alice cocks an eyebrow. Are you sure you want to listen to this thing? Vielleicht später? Ich muss mir erstmal ein bisschen schöne Musik anmachen. Da fühle ich mich hier nicht so gegruselt. His bones are jiggling and rattling in an agitated way. Alrighty then. Alter, er hat einfach... Ich piekst dich? Und dann machen wir den hier. Oder was haben wir über das Sprechen mit Steinen gesagt? Weiß ich nicht. Was haben wir darüber gesagt? Skeleton Bone. Alice hat gelevelt. This way to the Paseo del Santo. Was sagt eigentlich mein Kompass? Immer noch dasselbe. It's a plague. The remains of some kind of dark ritual. This stuff looks like it was abandoned. Achso, hier stehen Sachen. Just some trash. Clover, cherub butts, stubs of black eyeliner pencils, that kind of thing. The necromancer's cultists are real litterbugs. Strange though. How did they even get in here? Investigate. Burnt scroll. The scroll has mostly been burnt beyond legibility, but you can just barely make out something about hellcow energy in between the scorch marks. The scroll is in a bad shape and you can't really make out anything new, but you're convinced this must be another clue to the whereabouts of the necromancer. You stick the scroll into your journal. Okay. Here lies Saint Beefus. After he died, his body kept trying to rise to heaven, but it was so heavy it just kind of flopped around a bunch. They had to inter him in a big stone sarcophagus to put a stop to it. Here lies Santa Cortada. She was drawn and quartered by heretics, and then the quarter that had her head on it was beheaded. The dismemberment was so effective that nobody was able to get her body to stay together even after she was just bones. Okay. Here lies Saint Pope. He was excommunicated for impersonating a pope, but there was some kind of bureaucratic issue, so they weren't able to unbeautify... Okay, dann... Ich brauche Muskeln dafür. Für den hier... Okay, warte mal. Für den hier brauche ich Mysticality. Appears to be resting in pieces. Das können wir. Reassemble it. Okay, you're pretty sure you've got the bones assembled correctly. Na dann fight him. Take them back apart and leave. Zusammenbauen so... Ah nee, actually... Wie das auseinanderbauen. Nope, at very last minute the bones fly apart again. Seems like all you accomplished was making them angry. Rats. Oh shit. Ist das ein waschechter Bossfight? Was fokussiere ich hier überhaupt? Bean Shield. Was haben wir hier? Also Santa Cortadas right leg bone. Right arm bone. Left leg bone, left arm bone. Rib cage. Pelvis. Skull. Vielleicht den Kopf. Kann ich irgendwas One-Shot? Ja, die da. Na dann. Nope, immer noch am Leben. Santa Cortadas pelvis twirls meaninglessly. Okay, wir scheinen es geschwächt zu haben. So, dann destroy mal den Ribcage. Also, was haben wir denn jetzt über Sprechen mit Stein gesagt, Mann? Ich mag den Pelvis. Der ist zu mir sympathisch. Das ist ein guter Fight. Oh, und der Pelvis. I win! Well done, now Santa Cortadas in pieces so small they can't do any harm. Santa Cortadas Skull und Santa Cortadas Ring. Okay. The Skull has had a real off again relationship with the rest of Santa Cortadas skeleton. True. Und der Ring. This ring makes you feel like you can be in multiple places at once. Plus 2 Mysticality, plus 2 Speed. Das ist ziemlich gut. Was habe ich gerade für einen? Ah. Ich glaube, ich will schon den hier. Der ist schon sehr strong. Hier brauche ich dann wahrscheinlich 10. I am Pope, seriously. Saint Pope stands beatifically behind the days. He just keeps doing his Pope gestures, ignoring you. How can someone look so smug without even having a face? The longer you watch him, the more he gets on your nerves. Ich kann ihn nicht beleidigen. Ich brauche 10 Moxie und 10 Schmulli. Ich habe nur 5 von beiden. Brauche ich irgendeinen Buff für? Das gibt mir heftig Moxie. Die Can of Tuna wäre actually perfekt dafür. Aber das kann ich gerade nicht benutzen. Aber wahrscheinlich benutze ich die einfach gleich und dann als Stongs. Ich kann erst mal von der einen berichten, vielleicht. Thank you for trying to recover our relics. Please be careful. I saw an empty coffin just inside the catacomb door. Oh, don't worry about that. We're just storing that for an escape artist. An escape artist? Yes, he was taking his act on the road, but needed to lighten his luggage. So he gave us a generous donation in exchange for storing it for him. Okay. So hier kann ich den Kopf machen. Okay. Okay. Das Einzige, was ich noch nicht angeschaut habe, ist der Zirkus. Reach for the sky, clown! You quickly turn around and see a grizzled-looking man in all black clothes, except for his head, which is white with brightly colored spots. He's pointing a gun at you. Who are you calling a clown, jerk? That's true, you don't have a clown's markings. I have no idea what you're talking about. You mean like a stupid polka dot hat that only a clown would wear? Nein, ich bin nicht so gemein. The man strides up to you, uncomfortably close, and inspects your face. It seems I was mistaken. Be on your way. Like I need your permission. Bye, weirdo. No, I think you owe me an explanation. Ja, bitte. I'm a clown hunter. Lighting here is poor and I mistook you. No other explanation is necessary. How about starting with what the hell a clown hunter is? You hunt clowns? Yes. Are we talking about the same thing here? The guys in white face paint and funny clothes who run around in rodeos to distract the animals? Pfah. Those are not real clowns. Wait, are you talking about the old stories? That stuff about how clowns and cows were at war in hell and rodeo clowns dress up that way because it's like a reenactment? I am. Are you saying that's real? There really are demon clowns and you're hunting them? I will not rest until they are erased from our lands. What should I do if I run into one? Don't let him take you alive. Turns around with a flap of his leather duster and disappears into the trees. Spooky. But not as spooky as the thought that there might be an actual demonic clowns running around out here. Brr. Ich möchte keine demonic clowns. Well, this is a little weird. You didn't expect to find a circus all the way out here. There's basically nobody around for miles. There's a rodeo clown manning the ticket booth. Oh yeah. Well, there hasn't actually been a rodeo since the cows came home. So I guess he's just a clown. Is it us? Jumping Jonah. These things have got a bigger operation going than I expected. Think we should check it out? I ain't much fond of the idea of going in there, but I reckon I'll sleep better knowing what they're up to. Northern Clown Word, Harvest for Origin 3. Kann ich mir nicht leisten. Aber ich würde gerne. As you approach, the clown puts on that basically cheerful facial expression that retail employees use when the last thing they want to deal with is a customer, but they're not allowed to say so. Talk to him. Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, sir. How can I help you? I'd like to see the circus, please. I'd like to run away with the circus, please. Ich würde ihn gerne sehen. Well, you came to the right place then. But if you want to get inside, you need a ticket. And presumably you can sell me one? Well, certainly I can. That's my job after all. For you, sir, a ticket will cost 5,000 meat. Say what? Does it seem a bit high? I promise you, sir, at this price it's a real steal. Well, you got that right. Why is it so expensive? Oh, ich kann's mir echt nicht leisten. Well now, this is no podunk little traveling circus. We've got rides, games, food, and an amazing demonstration of knife-throwing skill by none other than Barnaby Bob himself. Tell me more about the rides. Well, I suppose I should say ride. But we haven't had a single grisly merry-go-round accident since, since we stopped turning it on. Tell me more about the games. Oh, we've got tons of them. Does 3 count as tons? There's more like some. 3 is more like some. We've got some of them. Tell me more about the food. We've got your favorites. Popped corn, sarsaparilla with the fancy new bottle caps, and get these. Did you hear about that new thing a fella invented? Cotton candy? Yeah, I think I might have. Well, it's still patented, but we are pretty sure we figured out how it works. Mostly. More or less. Tell me more about Barnaby Bob. Oh, the boss is a real master of knives, let me tell you. He does it the way he starts the way he gets. A volunteer from the audience upon the stage. He throws knives at them. He never misses his target. Did you leave out the part where he puts an apple on their head or something? What? Oh, right, sure. Wie du bist, habe ich gefragt. Weiß auch nicht, mein Mund will gerade einfach munden. Weiß auch nicht, was da los ist. Dumm sind wir auch nicht. You aren't doing a very good job of selling me on this. Why? Whatever do you mean? Outfoxed. First you ask for an outrageous sum of meat and then you describe the circus in terms that make it sound distinctly cut rate. Well, no. If you really expected me to pay that much, you'd be doing your best to make it sound like a magical paradise. On the other hand, if it really is as chintzy as you describe it, you'd be asking a price cheap enough to overcome poor word of mouth. Which leads me to the conclusion that, for some reason, you don't actually want to sell me a ticket. Clown starts to look nervous. No, let's not jump to conclusions, friend. I'm just pulling your leg a bit, clowning around like we do. It's all good fun. So the actual price is 500 meat. I could buy half a horse for that. Sure, but what are you gonna do with half a horse? The circus is much more entertaining. Ich könnte auch warten, bis ich ihn krasser ausfoxen kann. Ich könnte es sogar leveln, aber ich will eigentlich das Foltern. Und so wichtig ist mir der Zirkus in diesem Moment, glaube ich, gerade auch nicht.